Hello, Angus here, and I've been wearing barefoot shoes for over 15 years, and today I want to do a bit of a comparison video. The Freet Swale versus the Freet Esk. So, full disclosure, the Freet Esk is my absolute favorite barefoot boot out of all the barefoot boots from any brand ever. These are just so good. So, one-piece leather, so if you're vegan, that's going to be an issue. But we've got one-piece leather that buffs up, cleans up nicely. These are mucky as anything because I wear these all the time. You got this cuff here on the website. I think the picture just does not do them justice, which is actually a problem I think Freet has with a lot of their pictures. The shoe, it's out of the box and it's got this kind of stale look to it. But once you move in these, they have so much life in them and they just wear in, and the leather kind of just molds to your foot and is incredible. What I really like is this one lug here. So a lot of boots have one lug, three lugs. This is just a really fast. So when you tie these on, you lug them on there, boom, they're on your foot nice and quick. You've got this kind of cuff around here which helps keep ticks and things out, especially if you're walking in your shorts and stuff. Really nice to just lock that down. They have a really good level of waterproofness. I don't think on the website they say they're fully waterproof. When you first get them, they're nicely waxed and stuff, so they do keep the water out, which is absolutely fantastic. And then you can just put a wax on them like I've had to do to kind of update that waterproofness. Because they're leather, they're quite breathable. There is one downside that I didn't know was an actual thing from hikers. So hikers that go out a lot, especially on multi-day hikes, what they don't want necessarily is a waterproof boot, especially if it's going to be wet and the conditions are going to be wet. Reason being is, if you step into a deep puddle or you do a river crossing, your boot might be waterproof, but as water goes over the top of the boot, and like this rim isn't waterproof and your socks aren't waterproof, and even if it's just raining on your leg, water will get inside here and then it will waterlog in here because there's nowhere for this to drain. And if you take off your boots at night and you hang them up, it might not be enough time to allow all the water to come out because again, they're waterproof and it's like keeping water inside a bag. So what people do is they wear something more trail-like a lightweight trail thing. So this is like a knit upper. I think this is their bottle yarn. It's made out of recycled bottles. And we've got the exact same sole. You got a bit of rubber protection here in the front of your toes. You've got this kind of low cuff here. So the exact same sort of fit as the Freet Esk, but you've got it in this breathable material. You could team this up with a pair of waterproof socks if you want, or you could put your feet into plastic bags. This is if you get wet. So if you're doing a river crossing in these, you would just put these on. This will protect the bottom of your feet because you wouldn't really want to go barefoot over a river crossing and put your hiking boots, over your shoulder. You want something so you can grip the ground and you can navigate the ground. And then when you come out, these will just drain, water will just drain out of these. So this is what a lot of hikers are using, and this is new for me. So this Freet Swale really has a good purpose for something like that. If you're doing river crossing, multi-day hikes, you got the same sole, you got, I wouldn't say less protection here, it's just a different material. Leather's got nice protection if you got thorny branches and stuff. Sometimes you got thorny branches, not that they tend to be too low to the ground, might nip into this because this is more of a fabric, but you will get that added water leaking out of these boots. So if you're into barefoot shoes and you're wanting two boots for hikes or multi-day hikes or for walking the dog, I recommend these. These are great for dry conditions as well, but if you are going to be in really wet conditions, something that takes water in and gets water out is really beneficial. And if it is just like a drainy downpour and you don't have to do a river crossing, these are absolutely phenomenal. So that's the Freet Swale versus the Freet Esk. I've got a discount code for both of these, 10% off. At the moment, it's HF10, but check out the description box for the latest. I'm Angus, and I'll check you guys in another barefoot video.